Gather round, everyone. Make yourself comfortable. My name is Victor, and you're watching the Nordic Takedown. Today, we're continuing our series with videos from the press kit, and this one is collaboration with the Meta Nerd Guild because today I have Pontus with me. Welcome, Pontus.
Hello, thank you. Awesome to be here.
So, I have been teasing this video for a bit already. This is one of the most ambitious projects I've ever made for this channel. We made a draft video from that display that I showed you in the press kit opening video.
Yeah.
Pontus, tell us a little bit about all the stuff we made. You made an app.
Yeah, I mean, it all started like I guess a little over a year ago, when I had this idea of making a very ambitious drafting video, and I contacted you, thinking like we should do this together, and you were on board from from day one, basically. Unfortunately, we didn't get it to work that summer, but now we're there. So yeah, the app is a part of it, making it like simpler to just get the cards, so we can see the cards in the video we're gonna see here. Made it so much easier for us to do that. I did decide to make it a full-fledged scanning app, so we'll find that on App Store. You can get the link in the description. And it's I am so proud of it because it's just quick and accurate. So please try it out. You can find it in the App Store.
So we made this video in a way that I could follow every single card throughout the whole draft, where it circled through and where it ended up. We had 8 players, including yourself, and we had cameras watching all of it, and we had the app and other technologies such as the mighty pen to be able to track everything and make graphics to show you on screen what is happening. There is so much data in this video, but don't worry, we're going to make it accessible to everyone. But this is one where you might want to pause the screen to look at all the data sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing. We are using this data, though, to try to teach people some of the more intricate ways of thinking about drafting, some of the strategies. But there's so many videos out there telling you these strategies, but we're actually putting them into practice and looking at a whole table as they are being implemented, different strategies being implemented, right?
Yeah. So not just like what choices do you make, what you see, but also what are the consequences of those choices.
Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Walk us through this leader draft.
Right. Leader drafts. So I saw that I had the Grief Karga and CAD my own and to my left. So I just picked CAD because it felt like a good choice. I knew I would get 2 heroic, even if he kept...
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And then it was his choice keeping Grief Karga to that. Because he's just the best of those 2, even if Ahsoka is fine. And, whatever I got from my left, then it really didn't really matter, because I had 2 great leaders to choose from in different aspects.
Yeah, this is probably as well as it could turn out.
Yeah.
Actually, between Ahsoka and Grief, it's not necessarily a given choice. Both of them are really strong. So
yeah, for me, I feel like Grief is slightly better, but yeah, both of them are good.
Next to me there was Villainy only, and the further one to the left was also Villainy. I need to start with a heroic one, of course. And then they exactly as planned, but I expected the left player to me to send Shin Hati, but so I want the red leader first, so I could go red, yellow, green. But he actually sent me the CAD, so now I'm up on 2 red leaders and 1 green, and I would hope to have the yellow also. Also to the next right of me, there is also, I think we're gonna play Villainy because he picked CAD as his first. So now I really hope that my heroic run will be good.
Seeing this in the last pack, I thought, yes, great. And then I noticed a guy on the right to me also opened CAD Bane. So I was like, yeah, I'm going second choice with Shin Hati, and noticed he also had Shin Hati, and I really did not want Moff Gideon. So I looked around the table, and I noticed the guy to the left of me. He opened Sabine and a Moff Gideon as well. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a second Moff. Congratulations. And I didn't want to pick Sabine because in the pre-draft we did online, she did not work out for me at all. And then I noticed the red, and when I saw this thing to left from me, and so I have 2 leaders this draft. This is technically a card, I guess. I did get Ahsoka. I did not think I would get Ahsoka, and that made me really happy, because now I have an option for Cad Bane. But the guy to the right of me also passed Cad Bane, so I'm leaning a lot towards him. I think he is one of the strongest in Limited right now.
So we can see here that you ended up with 3 leaders you like, and everyone got both villainous and heroic aspect except for Linus, who's actually locked into a really weird position. With Shinhati, double Shinhatis, she's good, but then he's got a Moff Gideon to complement that, and that's going to be a hard position for him to be in.
He did make the strange choice of passing the CAD, but
yeah.
So
here's your first hand, and looking for first picks. What's going through your mind right here?
Well, first I see a great card, and I was like, yes, but do I want to lock myself into blue, black, red this early? And then I saw a great red card, which is leaving me much more open. So that right now I'm between those two, but and Marok is also a great card, but that's the same thing. I'm locking myself into blue, black, and red, and doing that as my first pick doesn't feel great.
No, yeah. I mean, if you're considering the armored commandos, then you might as well go with Maruk. Armored commandos are just regular card. It's common, and you're locking yourself into virtually the same colors. But I think the Scout Walker there is the imposing Scout Walker is the exactly correct way to go here. Then you're basically setting Tim or Albim up for playing CAD blue.
Or potentially both of them. Because there's 2 amazing blue-black cards.
Yeah, that you're passing. So you're signaling to them, go blue, go blue, go blue. And that would, even if you do end up going to that way, it's going to be good for you.
And my first pick was Imperial Armored Commando. That it's I feel it's one of the strongest cards in the deck. I had that one or the the Droid Sentinel with Overwhelm and Shield also, but I felt like that was a little bit lower curve cards.
So not a lot of bombs here, but Shinhati is definitely a strong pick for Nicholas there. And we could see he had Grand Admiral Thrawn, which is an amazing bomb in his hand, but just not his colors. He's on Ezra, Balin, and Sabine, so he can't really play Admiral Thrawn. So Shinhati is just a bomb for him. And Adam was the other one that really picked the bomb, I think.
Most people got really good cards, to be honest, in those picks. But...
Yeah. Here's your second hand. Then.
So what I tend to do when I'm drafting is I first sort them so I can see what commons are left, because that can signal what they didn't take. Because there's never more than 2 of each main aspect in the commons. So I can see that the person to my right didn't pick any cunning, for example, because there are 2 common cunning cards. So that's what I started doing. And then I'm just looking at what are the good cards? I still want to keep myself open because I'm not sure what I want to go on with from here.
Yeah, no. Pass Whistler there is actually a bomb. So is Ezra, a really strong card. But both of those would lock you into heroic playing Grief. And then you could go yellow-red Grief. That's not bad.
No, for sure.
But there's another card that synergizes very well with what you were doing in your last hand. The Pirate Skiff there. Both the Pirate Skiff and the opposing Skywalker are clean answers to the armored commandos that you were sending to the left. So sort of baiting them to go blue villain and then picking the answers.
But this is still very good. More difficult choice for me because the Skiff is a good card, but like Ezra, for example, is better, and but it's still a little too early for me to commit.
Wasn't a great pack. I ended up with this one. It's a good card, but it kind of locks my CAD into a blue villainy. I also have Thrawn, but I don't think I will play Thrawn. We'll see.
And you ever see Elias pick up another ATST Raider, and he had the Grand Admiral Thrawn there in his hand, and I can't understand why he didn't take the Grand Admiral Thrawn there. We also see Seb being picked by Adam here. It was passed from from Linus, who just couldn't play heroic. He doesn't have any heroic
Yeah.
plays. So Adam got a strong bomb there.
Yeah.
But from Linus' perspective, he's placing someone on a collar there. Now, here's in this hand, what are you thinking here?
Well, first I do the thing with the comments to see what are people not like picking, so I can maybe get a clue. And then I'm just looking like what are the good cards, and Kira is a fantastic card, of course.
Yeah, absolutely amazing card.
So I was considering for her for sure, and we'll see that a little later when I've gone through some more of the cards.
In my experience in this format, 7 costs are where you want to play your finishers.
Yeah.
And Kira fits that bill extremely well. Yeah. She has a when play that's really strong, and she will be able to hit for a lot once she's actually on the board.
So what I did notice here is that I was getting past yellow, a lot of yellow. So I was thinking I should probably go all cunning. I guess we should say cunning. I was considering Kira, as we see, but it's like a 7 drop. So I was like, well, how often would we get to 7? Like, so I wasn't sure that was the right pick. I was considering her. I was considering some other choices. You know, it's always good to keep your options open so you don't forget something that's good. I tend to just look at everything.
That's just you not being too familiar with the format just yet.
Yeah.
So you thinking 7 might be too high. I'd say that 7 is exactly the correct place for a card like Kira. But you're going here with the Emperor's Champion, which is a 4 drop instead.
Yeah, that's definitely the wrong choice. I should absolutely have taken Kira here. And that's just, as I said, it's because I am not, I'm not used to the formats and like how fast it is and how slow it is.
And the Emperor's Champion being black also locks you into playing CAD yellow in that case, whereas Kira would still keep Grief open. No true bombs, but like we've talked about, Paz Vizsla is ending up in Tim's hand here. After having picked a Villainous in last card, he did take the bait. Here we got the Razor Crest, which is a really, really strong space unit. It has a discard card ability where it can really be big. There's a pretty good single blue there, and we have the Admiral Thrawn there as well.
I also noticed here,
not in your colors.
I noticed that there's more yellow being sent to me, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna go yellow, red. At this point, I'm pretty like decided on that. So I'm looking at the reds and yellows because like it feels like those are what I'm gonna be playing. A lot of them are being passed to me, and I'm looking at.
I think the Razor Crest is definitely the pick here, then, but you end up with the Desert Sniper there.
Yeah, and I think I just got into my head that there's going to be a lot of upgrades, and I don't know why, because it was between the Razor Crest and the Sniper, I'd say, but the Razor Crest would have been a better pick, especially since we'll see later. Not talk about that much now, but I could have used the Razor Crest for sure.
Yeah, I'll bet, but. Of course, Desert Sniper is lower in the cost curve, not by much, but a little bit. So that's an argument. It does have a when played that can sometimes be very good. Now, we still see, of course, you're passing Thrawn on again. But we see Tim picking up the Sabine's lightsaber.
It made me pivot a little bit with the Paz Vizsla, enabling a kind of a command Sabine version. So keeping that open as a option as well. Next pack kind of cemented that maybe command heroism wasn't really being picked. So Sabine's lightsaber came to my side. I picked it up. Might be a good in a Sabine deck. So now I'm keeping an eye open for like blue, red, and blue, green things.
Finally, someone picks up Ezra, which is just a super strong.
I'm surprised that no one has picked Marok.
No, Marok is still going around here, and we also have Kira still going around there. It's just incredible. Some really bombs still circling in these hands.
Yeah.
So this hand isn't very good for you.
No.
There's the 2-cost Villainous unit there. There's the Outcast, of course. It's not very good, though.
Yeah, the Outcast is looked at because I didn't remember what it did. And like, what? This is bad.
Yeah, it's not great. But this might be a turn for you to fill out your curve.
Yeah.
You do have...
I mean, there's still... The Bakken isn't terrible. Upgrades are fine. Praetorian Elite, or what's it called? The 4 cost is
Yeah,
fine as
Praetorian
well.
Elite is pretty good. It's 4 cost.
But filling
But
out the 2
you've got a
cost is also...
decent 2-drop there,
Yeah.
2-3, with an ability that might come into play later on with giving 2 advantage tokens to a space unit.
I think also there's also an argument for more space units. So but I picked the 2-drop there.
Yeah, I think that's good. Just have your curve in mind when you're playing. You need a certain number of 2-drops, probably something at least 6. I usually sell for 7 or 8.
Same.
Yeah. We see the Pathfinder, and now we can see Adam being pretty much locked in, and we can see also Nicholas being locked into their colors. Picking up Barry's offer in blue-yellow. He's playing blue-yellow villain at this point, which is Balin, is a really good leader, whereas Adam is playing Ahsoka probably with green and red heroic. So more and more players are getting locked into their colors here.
Yeah. And we can also, it seems like I did pick the right colors with what I'm being passed. So that feels good for me at this point when I realize I'm just getting more and more of those colors.
There are some green bombs still circling. I'd say that the Dinosaur Turtle and Sabine not being picked yet is just absolutely weird to me. Sabine is such a good card.
I think I should have considered playing green here, like after seeing, because I did notice there were some really good green cards coming. So I should definitely have at least considered it.
Right. So in this hand, you went with a fairly mediocre follow me, but it's not unplayable. The Racer's Crest being picked up by Albin there. And we can see how both Elias and Vodman to your right is starting to settle for green more and more. So green might be open right now, but it'll close out soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Follow me. I don't think I even put that in my deck in the end. So but that pack was pretty bad for me.
Yeah. Not a great pack. It didn't really have any red-yellow cards that were better. So it's not a bad pick if you're sticking to that color choice.
Yeah, true.
Considering the Mandalorian Scout here, it's a 3/3 for 2 with a downside.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it still
that
fills the curve. So
yeah, I think that's the best pick in this pack for you. I don't see anything else.
No, I'm looking at the Majordomo because I just didn't remember what it does, but I realized that it's really bad.
No, I don't think that's better. The Scout is probably better there.
Yeah.
And here we see finally some bigger units taking up here. Another Pathfinder going to Tim.
2 with ambush and restore in the Sabine command colors. If I'm ended up going that, seems like a decent pickup. So we'll see what the rest of the pack holds, but I assume, like with always with draft, the quality will sharply decline. We're hoping for something good in pack 2.
So I picked a lot of blue cards to just stop other players from picking more blues. And I skipped on a lot of at least red, because there were a lot of red leaders to both sides. And yellow, I felt like it was only heroic, so it wasn't that many good cards for me for what I've already picked. And green felt pretty open for without heroic or villainy, so I could also pick that without having to worry about getting locked out of black or something.
The Remnant official there is really good. Some people are working on the curves, and we see both of the CAD possibilities on your left have now more or less settled on going heroic instead.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's interesting in spite of your signaling attempts.
It's so awkward for them being behind me as the first CAD. So it's hard for them to actually do that.
Yep, absolutely. This is neither. This is another hand with no really great picks for you. Axewoves for 3 isn't terrible.
Yeah,
but the stat line is just not great.
Heroic Purgle is insane being this late, though.
Yeah, the Purgle's still being passed around, and Albin is going to get so happy to get to pick that up in just a few turns, because at this point he's looking like he's going with Sabine Wren finally being picked, Kira finally being picked, Grand Admiral Thrawn being picked.
This is the 8th
out of
pick.
aspect.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Thrawn being hate picked at the 8th.
I did pick this though. It was kind of cool, and I don't know. There wasn't anything good in that pack.
Draft started a bit strange. I was thinking we were gonna pick heroic, but the first two cards were villainy. Just reason because I think they're, at least the first card is really good. The second card is kind of just a panic early game play if you don't know what to pick. But then I think I'd called it correctly from the beginning, because then I got Ezra as the fourth card, and I got some really good red cards together with Sabine also later in the pack. So suddenly it seems like I should probably go heroic.
And the Morocco got back to me here.
Yeah,
So,
Morocco is still in the contention, but you've got a bomb in this hand. There's the Sand Beast. It made the whole lap around the table,
yeah.
and that's just a great value card. It's 8/4, but it's got hidden, so it has a really good chance of sticking around because there's very little removal in this
I'm
set.
considering the vulnerability there because I have CAD and I have some stuff to do extra damage, but I realized that Sand Beast is
Strictly better.
Yeah, and the 8 cost is just too much. I think
Yeah.
I'm considering it because, like, wait, can I play this? And I was like,
That is
no.
actually a Spotlight deck exclusive card, but they can be in draft packs with hyperspace treatment.
Yeah, or Hyperfoil,
it's very much designed for the Palpatine deck. It doesn't do a lot in a deck like this.
So I'll go for the Tatooine Sand Beast.
And that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That's just crazy that such a strong card is still in circulation here. Also, the Armored Marauder being picked by Elias there is also very late for such a strong card. It's a 5/7/6 for 6, but it's got grit and a good one play.
Foundling Rescue is also an interesting card that I think people are undervaluing because it can kill leaders.
Yeah, Foundling Rescues, and it does produce the tokens. It doesn't abandon board state. It's removal with board state progression. That's not bad.
That's not bad, especially since you can finish a leader as well. So like the combination of those things is. So that wasn't a great pack, but the mouse droid is just, it fills out a little bit with my early curve. It's fine. It's definitely not
fine.
great.
It's actually very good for a 1-drop. And we have a dinosaur turtle making its way all the way past just not one lap, but more than one lap.
Yep.
That's
and now the Morocco
amazing
is
to
being
me.
grabbed there.
Yeah, and more or less hate picked by Tim because he's on heroic at this point.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
So the Galvanized Leap is a weird one. I was considering it several times because I saw it several times, but I was like, but it's so awkward. I can't ping my own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a fine ability, but for 4, it's just so overcosted.
Yeah, if it was 3, I think it would have been fine.
Yeah, a 2 I'd play it any day. Good. A 3 I'd be considering it. So Conflict Within is just a really good hate pick for Tim there. I like that. It can turn a unit off for quite a while, actually. Keep Them Talking isn't completely worthless.
No.
Other than that, it was a very lackluster round, of course.
Actually also pretty good for this late, so I was probably happy with that one.
So Keep Them Talking and Diplomatic Pageantry are basically the same kind of effects. Pageantry is cheaper, but probably less good. Keep Them Talking is slightly stronger, I'd say. The red one there, Intimidation or what it's called, that's absolute rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, all of these are pretty bad, to be honest.
I think Keep Them Talking and Pageantry are playable.
They are playable.
They tap units down, so it can be to postpone a problem, it's fine. And we see people still picking up pretty decent units. Inspired Recruit and Outland Protector are both fine picks at this point for your colors, if they're in your color. Inspiring Veteran is just great to get really that like in his color as well.
I've noticed that in the 2 drafts I've played now, that's the Spider Veteran is actually highly undervalued because people think, oh, it's just 1 HP. In this format, that doesn't really matter.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So Mos Eisley Modifiers is probably the best card there, and it made it all the way to Nicholas, who is playing blue-yellow villainy, and that's really good because it gives grit in its support.
Update after the first pack now then. I got sent some more signals saying that like green heroic was relatively open as a Mandalorian flagship. I also saw a bit later, I mean just generally green cards like single, not the greatest ones. I also saw and didn't pick much, but my initial assumption that Pontus to my right was going for heroic, heroic cunning is probably wrong. I got sent both the Sabine Wren. I saw the ambush pugil walking around the table, so no one picked it. So with two kind of griefs in a row, not picking that, and then as the last card of the pack, I got sent this by Pontus, which is just like the Inspiring Veteran 3/3 for 3 that gives advantage. Not a great card, but it's still a playable card in Grifa. So probably Pontus is on the red villain variety. But yeah, like I said, I've been sent a relatively decent amount of those cards as well. So little muddle signals for my own sake going into pack 2 now. I'm still split between kind of Sabine command and CAD vigilance. So we'll see kind of what how the pack plays out. I'm guessing I will not get sent many good CAD cards from my left, seeing as probably with the signals that's been coming around, they're kind of being scooped up there. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the pack plays out. I'm still kind of leaning towards the Sabine angle with both her lightsaber and Passive Flow, which are great cards, and some other decent command heroic ones as well. So kind of will try to get my focus down and start building out my curve.
And the last pick here is unplayable for you, but
Heroic
Purgil making its way all around the table, ending up where it doesn't belong. A new pack here, and immediately we see a bomb in the back. Yeah, and that green black card there, the Scout, is very good as well, but not for you.
But I'm firmly in her aggression, cunning, villainy here. So
yeah. But it's a good pick for someone else. And that yellow, the yellow support ship there is very good. The Mandalorian Legendary there is very good. But not for your deck,
there's
obviously.
Some really good cards in there, but for me, it's an easy choice here.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is an absolute bomb. With CAD, it will almost always be able to do a when played of 5 damage.
Yep.
It's very good. Very good. So we see some bombs being picked up.
So far, I went with the wrong pick in pack 1, or my first pick in pack 1, but I kind of got it saved now because I opened my first pick now was the Privisla. So it rewarded my greedy dark side pick. But I think I also got rewarded because the guy next to me inside pack 1 did not. I'm not feeling that he picks the dark side that much, so I'm guessing he went another route because the guy next to him has 3 dark side leaders. But I got rewarded with my greed, with more greed legendaries, and now I'm just cruising. I think I decided on yellow as my second color. So yeah, but I'm still open for maybe another second color, but blue is my primary color at least. And I will play Balon Scroll, probably.
Previous slot to Niklas here is just an absolute, probably the best card in this set, all categories. Crazy. Just amazing. But it's at 8, so it's a little late for this. We also saw the militia there for Adam, which is a super strong card in this format. It stands up when you attack the base, so you can play it quite early and people will attack and it will just stand up, or you can attack with it early and have it stand up again. So it's a very, very good card.
So I'm looking at my this pack wasn't very good for me. So like there's some playable cards for sure, but there's nothing that stands out. So I'm just thinking like, how do I fill my curve? What do I need?
No, I do think the lieutenant there that you're looking at is probably the right call. It's a 2-drop, and it's decent. It's a 3/2, so it trades pretty well
I believe
with
if I'm
a
not
lot of things.
misremembering here, I'm considering the 5-drop because I'm actually very
Oh,
low on 5-drops.
oh, so you went with the Wookiee instead, and
Yeah,
it's fine as well.
yeah,
It's got grit. It's absolutely fine. It's not the best unit, but it's fine.
yeah.
Tim is starting to pick up some Sentinels here with the N5 Sentinel droid, and then we have the Mandalorian staying and Fennec Shand going to Nicholas there. So Nicholas is picking up bomb after bomb here.
Mm. So by now the choices are, because I'm so firmly in CAD yellow, the choices are starting to get pretty easy most of the time.
Yeah, and I mean you do have a really good one with the Fiend Fighter here, and you need space, so I don't know why you wouldn't just take the Fiend Fighter immediately, but you are being careful, looking through all the cards before you decide. I'm sure you're going to come to your senses and take the Fiend Fighter. There it is.
I think I probably just didn't see it first round through and like, oh, never mind, this is what I'm taking.
It's perfect for your deck there. It's just got 1 health, so against other cards, it's a problem, but other than that,
CAD can't
Tim
ping
is
it.
picking up the big bomb here, though.
CAD can only
with
ping
Hu
things.
Young,
Yeah.
a 2-drop, there are not that many 2/4s in this, but with an on-attack ability like that one, -4
That's amazing.
power to another unit, that's just an amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the best cards in limited for the set.
In the format, right? Absolutely. There's a lot of good green cards there with the Blurg and the ATST there, but not a lot for you.
No.
So I just fill out curve here with the TIE Fighter, I think.
Yeah. It was pretty much the only thing worth picking here. I'm looking at...
Put that card aside.
Yeah,
that
I'm just
card
like,
has
wait,
nothing for you.
Yeah.
The TIE Fighter is the way to go here.
Yeah.
The LEP, sure, you can make an argument for the LEP.
I mean, with CAD specifically, it's actually pretty good.
But TIE Fighter is just stronger.
Yeah.
So the ATST and the Blurg there is going to be really good for someone else.
Yep.
But not for you.
Not for me. So I get the TIE Strike.
So we can see there are some really good cards still being passed around. The Forest Patroller, of course, coming to a home there, and the Dinosaur Turtle ending up with Tim there. Really good. Albion's picking up a Helix Starfighter, which can be good, slightly more situational. And the Domestic Lothcat is interesting. I don't know how strong it will be, but it's interesting at least.
Yep.
So there you got the Justifier, which is a bomb.
Yeah, that's
an absolute bomb. It pings on attack, and when played, it's just so good. Yeah, and you need space units.
Yeah, but as always, I am looking through all my options just so I don't miss something. But yeah, the Justifier is the obvious choice here.
Yeah, even better than the Razor Crest that you missed out on.
Yeah, I believe I'm looking at the other ones because I'm like, oh, do these fill up my curve better? But it's like, no, the Justifier is just too good to pass up on.
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point, almost everyone's already on their colors here. Tim is just picking up a Sentinel. We've got the Blurg and the Remnant Intersector just being picked up by people that have that color. Everyone is settled down. There's not that much strategy going on at this point, really, right? No. It's too late to pivot. You've got to stick what you decided to go with.
Sure.
But you could hate pick, of course, if there's something that you just can't handle.
I don't ever hate pick unless there's nothing useful at all for me, because I don't see the point in that. The odds of me actually interacting with the card I hate picked is so low. If it's something I could potentially use, I just always go for that.
Right, absolutely. In limited formats, you can often see people play cards out of aspect, but you have to consider what it does for your deck, if it's meaningful to do that at that point. And that's rarely the case in this set, I believe, but there are some exceptions to that. Tim picking up a Duchess Protector is really good. I like the Remnant Troopers that you take there. It's a 6/5 with a keyword, so it's fine. Got another Sand Beast there, which is really good. And you only have the one. You don't have that many big bombs at the top level there, 6 cost and 7 cost. So I think the Sand Beast is the obvious pull here, right?
Yep, and that's my thinking as well in the end, I think. I'm considering my options once again, but it's just like I need big things. I think that's what I realize.
And I think that's only your 4th 6 cost, and I don't think you have any 7 costs.
Yeah, could we use the Kira?
yeah. But I think that rounds out that top end of your curve pretty nicely. Now you can focus on 5, 4, 3, and of course more turn 1 plays.
Yeah.
If you take that Sand Beast. So half the pack has gone now. So we see not a lot of bombs. We do get buy time for Niklas over there, which is basically a sentinel.
First 7 cards of the second pack done, and this one solidified my Sabine command kind of direction. I didn't really see any big cards I wanted in CAD. There were some, but more or less the Sabine route seems more feasible, and also it looks like both command and vigilance, at least vigilance heroic, is open from the people to my left. So I ended up with the first pack, no bomb, unfortunately, no big card. Picked up one of the droids for 2 sentinels. It seems good with sentinels in Sabine, right? To put down, shield it, and get some value. Next pack, another one of those guys. So, I mean, I needed also in this kind of pack, I need to fix my curve. I need to hit some low drops, so trees are good for that. And next pack, which also was a big signal that the blue heroic is open, was Hyung. It's really good pickup. This one I'm happy about. Nice drop to start with. Then I started focusing a little on my top end of the curve. Who doesn't want dinosaurs in the deck? So yeah, a big finisher, always good. Another good sentinel for 4/4, and it's also Mandalorian, which is a little works with the Mandalorian cruiser I have, which is not bad. A Duchess Protector, another Mandalorian, also blue heroic, never bad. Creates tokens, and then more Mandalorians in this as a little finisher with some extra tokens. Also, I'm thinking chaining this into the cruiser might be a good play. So rest of the pack, I'm looking to find more 2-drops. I'm currently at like 3 or something, 4, 3 and 1 drop, I think. So need some more help there to kind of not fizzle out the 2 men, and then find some good 5 or 4 drops is the hope. But now I think I'm locked into Sabine command, so I'll try to draft for that.
The Children of the Watch, which is interesting, especially if you're looking at Mandalorian flagship. It really sets that up really well. But yeah,
it's another pack which is like
bombs.
just doesn't have a lot of good stuff for me.
No, I think Reckless is situational, but it can probably work. Yeah. Sorry, Reckoning can probably work. It's not a bad card. It's just very situational, but I think the TIE Fighter is the safe pick here.
But I go for Reckoning.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Reckoning is it's just very situational. I mean, it deals damage, and it'll often deal 3 or 4 damage for 3. Yeah. That's fine.
Nothing super exciting. The Strike Team Vanguard is actually really good, actually.
And Jabba the Hutt is
Jabba the
an excellent pick for Niklas. To get that all the way this late, it's just very, very good for him. But he's in a color combination. I don't think that's just you and him in yellow villainy, and you don't play blue, and so he's pretty much alone in that color combination. So he can get that bomb.
So here I'm considering the Faith and the Empire because, like, I have already got some 1-drops and 2-drops, and like, do I want to have an upgrade instead? Maybe. It's between those two, I think.
Yeah. I think that is a playable upgrade in some decks, especially like a Balin deck. You could probably use that.
I mean, an upgrade can be enough to just let you favorably trade someplace. So having something is good enough sometimes.
Tim get another strike team there. We get a Fang Fighter Squadron over at Adams, and then Homan Marauder making its way to Vadman there.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got around all that way. Yeah. Such a good card.
Yep, absolutely. An easy pick there. with the troopers,
Squad.
Death Trooper Squad. It's really good. I don't see any other bombs still circling around. Forest Patrol is really solid, as is Stolen, ETA Shuttle.
Yeah.
Both of those are very
There's some
solid
playable
cards.
cards still going around.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, very playable, but they're not bombs
No.
anymore.
For sure. And
It's a really bad hand for
Yep.
you. Nothing in it.
Can't play any of these cards. I'm just okay. Which one do I think someone else might want? So I'm just like,
yeah, which is the most annoying if I have to face it.
Yeah.
And I think that upgrade is probably quite annoying.
yeah,
I guess the Naughty there can fill out the curve really well for someone else.
Yeah.
So just remove that option for them.
I mean, I knew that none of my players to my right was playing yellow, or was fairly certain at least. So I think that's why I took the Naughty Nomad instead.
Oh, Albin is playing yellow though.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was.
All right. Another Armored Marauder making its way to Niklas, and Valdman is picking up a B-Wing there. Solid picks for this slate. And we still have an ATS team making its round, but you, of course, take the LEP Ratcatcher there.
The Ratcatcher is definitely playable, especially in CAD. So that's an easy choice.
For you, that's actually a decent card, but you're passing an ATST to someone that doesn't need it. Tim is not in villainy at all, so it's pretty safe to keep passing that.
Yeah.
And the Purgle is just unplayable.
Yeah. And I just took the one that I could play.
Yeah, it's a red card. It's an Element Hunter. It's low in the curve. It's not very good, but it's a unit. Vodman getting an ATST there is just crazy.
Yeah. That's a first pick.
Yeah, that is for many. Elias did take that.
And the Rancor Keeper keep going around as my last pick is also insane. That no one has picked that, because that's also a really good card.
Pack 2 finished. Completely uninspiring. I don't think I have a single... it's a good curve, but nothing really excites me here. Looking out for the bombs in the next pack, I think. The curve up to that is quite fun.
Pack 2 done. Here's a small update. I feel my signal reading from the left is pretty stable now. I think that Albin is on a Ezra Cunning, most likely. I have seen a lot of heroic blue coming through from that side. Not that many heroic reds, and also relatively few cunning heroic ones. For my picks, I tried this pack to kind of smooth out my curve. Currently I'm very low on 2-drops, which is troubling, so that would be my main priority. I think I'm at 4 playable turn 1 drops, which one of them is pretty crappy, the others are decent. But this kind of pack solidified the middle of my curve. So we'll see what pack 3 brings. Pretty certain that we'll be getting more blue cards from that side, and probably green ones, because there was a lot of green ones coming through there as well. This pack was a little lighter on green. There were green cards, but they were not great green cards, so maybe someone further down the line there is picking up those greens.
Yeah.
Here's we got a new pack with some green bombs in it. You see the forest protectors there, and I think the fairy droid there is solid in your deck. It's not as good as an Ishinhati deck, but it's fine.
There's some really good cards in this.
Yeah, you've got a legendary there with Grogu.
Yeah.
Again, nothing you can play.
Nothing, yeah.
But I think it's gonna be the
droid.
Droid.
I see the droid as a removal. People don't like it, but I see it I use it to trade, and then
it's
just
fine.
It's just there.
It's fine. It's just way better in Shinhati, obviously. Tim getting a Lothal E-Wing there is very good. And Niklas is filling out his curve with the Citizen Shuttle, which is a very good.
And Grassroots Resistance is really good as well there for.
It's very good. People mainly, though, picked the early cards in that pack.
Yeah.
So I
think a lot of people.
This pack has probably one of the cards you could consider playing out of aspect, but not double out of aspect. The Bo-Katan's Gauntlet, but you don't have either blue nor heroic, so that just not playing. Fennec Shan though is such a good card.
Yeah, Ambush is fantastic and
always good in limited. it's hard to pass that card.
Yeah.
You
And that's
you
why I
got to be
don't.
happy about that, seeing that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, should I have 4-drop to fill up? Because I have more 3-drops than 4-drop at this point, but it's just the 3-drop is just so much better. That's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be that.
There's also a legendary in that pack, the Galus Rax, which is way more situational, but it's a pretty decent green card. We see Albin picking up the Malicious there. That's probably the most significant card being picked this round.
Captain Paladin is a 2/4, which is also significant there.
Paladin is interesting. Yeah, nothing crazy, but it's very good.
Yeah.
So the Pegasus Thriving there is decent. It's playable. It's a 3 cost, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. It's a 3/2, but it's got a decent when played. You can sack like an advantage token or something and stand it up. So units that can come in to play ready is always very good to finish off game. It just wins games sometimes.
For sure. And it's a decent turn 2 play as well.
Absolutely.
Confirmation that Vigilance Heroic is open. I managed to get myself a Bo-Katan's Gauntlet. Amazing pickup for the Sabine deck. So this feels very good.
So Tim couldn't be happy about picking up Bo-Katan's Gauntlet, obviously. And here we see an out of aspect play I agree with. Nicholas picks up Get Lost, and that he is in blue, so it's 1 aspect away for him.
Yeah.
And 6 cost removal is just fine.
Yep.
And it can target any upgraded unit.
Yeah, and Adam got the twins as well,
non-leader, but
awesome.
It's very good. Yeah. This pack, I think I'm going to go with the 2 cost or the 3 cost there. Not that the event is just drawing cards. It's absolute rubbish.
I just sorted all the cards I could pick, and I'm looking at them and like, this is absolute garbage.
But those 2 are playable, both of them. I think probably the Desert Sniper is slightly better though.
I mean,
got an LP catcher there as well.
Probably have used more space though. So
yeah. It's just a 2/2 with support though.
Yeah, but that's fine in this format.
Yeah, I guess. Warrior's Legacy is an upgrade that Adam is picking up there, which is really good. Scorpionex that Valdman is picking up is one of my favorite units. If you're in the colors. If you're in those colors, it's got triple keywords. Yeah. It's just very good.
Insanely good.
Yeah. So there you got another Sand Beast, but you already got 2 of those.
Third
so
one
you
is
might
maybe,
not want a third.
Yeah, a little much.
A little bit too much.
So I take
taking the upgrade. Yeah. Faith in the Empire is not a bad
card. The reason I take it here is because I have a lot of cheap units. So I'm like, okay, I can't have another Sand Beast. That's too much. So I take that so I can make something small a little bit bigger. That's my thing.
Going green was great, obviously, not just for the environment, but also for the card pool, because everyone keeps passing me like playable green cards. Incredibly playable, especially here when I don't have any other Sentinels. Also, this thing was a very difficult decision because I was thinking there was another card, the 5/5 with support flying, I think it was. Now, I want to go to more space because there are not a lot of good space card in this set, and I don't think anyone else is going to space.
We have the R5D4 being picked up by Adam here. That's really good. And the Remnant Lookouts are really good for Niklas.
T6 Shuttle is insanely good as well.
Yeah, but getting to look at your opponent's hand and discard a card is just super strong. Of course, they get to draw a replacement, but very good. Yeah. So the Remnant Lookout is probably
I'm very happy to see that what's it called? Star Fortress?
Oh yeah, the Star Fortress there is just absolutely crazy that it's being passed to you. It's removal on a unit. It's basically the same as the thing that bounced things in last set. Yeah. 6 cost, 3/3 in space that bounces things. In this case, it's actually killing it. Nothing too fancy here. Survivors Landskiff is fine. It's fine. It's got Sentinel. It's always good. Yes. So you're going to pass some big units along here, but you get the Praetorian Elite there.
This is where you could argue that it's worth hate picking potentially at this point, because none of those are really good cards.
No.
But I'm still in the camp of like, if I could play him, I don't want to hate pick.
No, Praetorian Elite is fine. It's
Yeah.
a full cost with grit.
The
It's
Mortar
got
Trooper
5.
is actually not bad in Cad Bane.
No, yeah, it's got 5 natively. And the Mortar Troopers, yeah, like you say, in CAD they work.
I think it's useless in most other decks.
Yeah,
but in
absolutely.
CAD it works. It's good against Mandalorian tokens though, the Trooper.
Right, yeah. Just pings all of those shields right off. So we see you go with the Praetorian Elite.
All right, first 7 cards of pack 3, and from pack 2, my goals were to find 2 drops, to kind of turn 1 drops at least, and also pick up some hopefully more nice cards. It feels like I've read the colors pretty well, especially Vigilance Heroic feels very open from both sides. Currently the pack, well, my deck is feeling quite good now for the last 7 cards. Just looking to pick up hopefully any more good cards that fits in it. The curve is pretty good. I have a good amount of 2 drops, a good amount of usable 3 drops. I have strong 4 drops and 5 drops. I have some finishers in 6 and 7. Maybe another finisher would be amazing, but yeah, we'll see what we get.
There's nothing standing out to me in the hands of the other people. We see some the sand based being picked up by Albin there, of course.
Warrior's
Palace
Legacy
Chef
is good.
Droid, it's fine. Sentinel. We got another Warrior's Legacy. It's
Really?
very, very decent.
That's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I like it. It can win you games sometimes. Here you get a really good spaceship though. Saboteur on a support
Yeah.
card is really good to be able to give Saboteur to a unit that's ready and attack with it past any Sentinels.
Yep.
Might win you games.
Yep. That is a really good card, and I'm really happy to see it.
So, Defenders of the Forest that Bardman gets here is just crazy.
Yeah.
Gallus Rex finally being picked up, I think is good. I don't agree with Tim's pick here. Home 1 is just not good enough for me. I think he'd rather take the little shuttle there that's got Restore 2. It's a 2-drop that restores.
Yeah, I mean
I
the
would've
home one
taken that.
has Sentinel, which means that it can actually change the game potentially. So
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's not bad. It's just not what I would have picked.
exactly.
There. You're looking at the chieftain there, and
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
You just can't play an event like that
No.
for full cost and does nothing more than what Galvanized Leap does.
Especially when you have the Wookiee Chieftain, which is just better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing too interesting here.
Children of the Watch is fine,
Yeah,
I
fine.
guess. I don't like the Tatooine train, but it's in his colors. Why not?
Another heroic Purgle being really late in the pack is crazy.
Yeah. It's just very weird that it's not being picked up by Albin. He could really use those.
Yeah.
Another Praetorian Elite for you.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy here. The Marauder, Armored Marauder gets to Vardman. And Night Owl is fine.
Ewok
Honorable
Warrior
Night
and
Owl.
Zealous Soldier are also fine, filling out the 2 drops there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
the B-Wing, the yellow B-Wing, though, is pretty good, but you go for the galvanized leap there.
Yeah.
Yes, for those that don't know all the cards yet, ready a unit that was damaged this phase. It can win you games. It certainly can. But
and CAD can actually
just
use
raddies, it doesn't attack. So the other person gets to answer you readying it. It's very situational, and it costs you a lot of your turn, so you don't get to play that much else that turn probably.
But at least as CAD you can ping your own unit and then use it.
Yep.
So
it's better in CAD than in most other.
Yeah.
I think this is an easy LEP pick, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Pathfinder Sergeant is a really good card still being passed around up there, and it gets picked. I don't know. Did Nicholas? He must have hate picked it because he's not in heroic. He's blue yellow villainous there.
Heroic
the Purgle makes its way to Albin finally.
Yeah, which is
he
insane.
really likes seeing that. I bet for his third third to last pick. You hate pick a remnant official there, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what team is on, so I'm just like, maybe this one he wants,
Yeah,
but he won't.
it's good.
He'd want
Yeah,
the
it's
other one,
good.
I
So
guess.
I think that's the correct call. And then you get another one pick that's just unplayable. The pit droids aren't doing anything for your deck.
All right, the draft is done, and I'm pretty happy actually with how things turned out. It seems I read the colors fine, or read quite well. Especially the blue vigilance or blue vigilance heroic has been very open. I ended up with my 8th pick, home one, just went around the entire table, so that's nice. Out of all these cards, only one was unplayable in my deck, and none was actually bad. So I feel I have like 35 to 36 cards which can go into the deck, which is, I think, a solid gathering out of this draft. So hopefully I'll be able to build something good. I also think that with me not on CAD, and I think Albin to my left won't be on CAD as well, which makes it max 2 CAD players at the table. I'm pretty sure Pontus is going to build a CAD deck, but that's also good for Sabine. So not many that pings my shields away. So that's going to be feel good, I think.
The last pack, I was looking for bombs, right? And unfortunately, the first pack contained no yellow cards and no red, or one yellow, so I had to pick that one. No bombs, but it turned out quite well, actually, because I got some large creatures. So hopefully it looks like an aggro deck, but I think I can manage with what I got. So I'm quite happy, and I hope this will go well.
I decided to go for Grand Admiral Sloan, which was my best statted leader for its cost. I mainly just focused on getting a good curve, and if the deck is good, we will have to find out. Not too particularly worried about bombs and such, but I was fortunate enough to get a good 6 drop, which was very good for my leader and base. I saw Villainy getting passed along, at least from when I opened the pack, so I feel like I could always choose something that was good for my deck, at least. Maybe I was just fortunate enough to sit beside Stu, who wasn't too interested in it, at least early. I still had the option to pivot to either green-blue or green-yellow, so I could just focus on building like a good foundation for my leader, without having to like commit to one color, at least. And I'm happy with what I got, at least. Pretty good curve, nothing too crazy. Should be able to like make something happen every round, which is like what I'm out after.
I kept going for the low cost 2 units, but I kind of fizzled on the 3 cost units that I wanted. There weren't a lot going around in pack 3, and sadly I think that will impact how I wanted to play the deck. But overall, I think the curve is all right. I'm a bit heavy in 4 cost because there were a lot of good 4 cost units going around, and I might have wanted 1 or 2 more 3 cost units to even out the curve, but I think overall I'm quite happy. But I am unsure how to deal with the sentinels and shielded units. Those are really prevalent, and I don't think green has a good answer to it in this set, is my feeling. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Draft is done. I definitely got some good curve filling cards there in the last pack, which I'm very happy about. I was worried about the 3 drops and 4 drops, and I got pretty good in both, as I talked about before. And so I think my curve is pretty good. I think my deck is going to be good. I have some bombs. I have like decent early drops, and my strategy seems to have turned out pretty well, because I got a lot of red and yellow, and almost all my picks are from my colors. Not all are good, of course, but in general they work for what I'm trying to do.
So now let's see what you built with this.
Okay, build the deck. These are my final cards. So I got more 4s and 5s, which I'm happy about, and these are trash, of course. So I'm just gonna put those aside. Let's start real quick by putting the cards that I'm just definitely not playing off to the side here. And that's it. I am gonna play Cad Bane, and I'm gonna play yellow. So let's just dump those. Let's see what we've got here. Sorting these. This is a little bit weird for me, but I think it's gonna work anyway. Lots of 1s, but not many 2s. I do have some bombs and stuff, and some weird events that I might not even play, but you know, who knows. 3s to fill out 3s. And that one, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. So this is maybe my weakness, that I actually have. Well, I mean, for better or worse, I have 7 1-drops. Maybe I can play 2 of those. Potentially, I want to actually play all 10 of these cards. We'll see. Let's start looking at these. What I want to remove. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Expose is not good. Anything else that stands out to me? Not really. Not anything that's like, this has to go so far. So let's, some of these. Let's start by counting then. 4, 9, 15, 20, 30, plus these 6. I think I want to play that one. Maybe that one. Maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Let's just dump these two. They are weird. Probably. Yeah, this one is. I think I should probably play because it could go with. Oh, do I have any Imperial 1-drops? Yes, I do. 3 of them actually. So that's actually pretty good for me then. Yeah, so that's for sure in. Deal damage to unit equal to total damage units all your control. Yeah, this is maybe. All of these are like maybe. So I'm gonna remove 4 cards. And with that in mind, I think my curve, I should keep all my 1s and 2s, I think. 5 3s, do I need, can I remove? No, I think maybe I just dumped all those 3. Oh, maybe I can remove a 4-drop. Yeah, that's a potential. This is not obvious. 5 5s and 4 6s. Nothing over 6 actually. That's interesting. Didn't get anything that was worth. The only thing I considered at some point was Kira. Okay, so 4 cards to remove. I think, yeah, with that in mind, I think this one goes, and I think I actually like all 3 of these, because I could be pretty aggressive, like early game controlling and then start being aggressive. Follow me could be surprise damage from nowhere, and since I tend to value trade, Reckoning might be pretty good. So I think I want to keep those. Follow me. No, I think I'll dump follow me. So 2 more cards to remove. Should I remove a 1-drop? Maybe. Oh, this one. Yeah. Oof. Good thing I looked through those. I actually like these in CAD. So I think I'm gonna keep the rest, especially since I have faith in the Empire with the 1-drop Imperials. Yeah, I need to keep those. They're not great necessarily. So let's see, there's still 1 more. I think it's gonna be 4 or 5 drops. 6. Yeah, it's gonna be one of these. It's not that one. Like this. So it's either that one or yeah, I think it's this one. Let's look through this one more time. These are a little weird, but I think they might be. That's all. Those 2 are awesome. That one's good. That one is really good. Yeah, I got some real bombs actually. Those are good enough, I would say. Support Saboteur is great. Crits. Saboteur, shield. I have a lot of Saboteur on 4 and 5. Fairy Droid. No, I think I need these. Yeah, I need to keep all these 3 drops. Yeah, okay. So the only thing I'm considering is if this one is better than something cheap, potentially. So this is my early game, basically. So it's like 9 things. No, I think I like having these 9, actually. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Having the 2 attack ones is fine with CAD. Mouse droid with raid is a little awkward, so this is probably something I don't want to play turn 1 unless I have faith in the Empire or something else to play with a discount. So that might not be a turn 1 play usually. No, yeah, this is good. I think I'm good there. So the Reckoning, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. This one is out. I'm just gonna double check my count. Yes, 30 cards. That's it. That's my deck.
So the last video from this press kit will be released in a few days, which will be the actual gameplay. We recorded 4 matches. Sorry, 4 matches from this from these stacks throughout the tournament that followed afterwards, and we're going to make commentary for those as well and release in just a day or 2 from this video's release, so that you can actually see these decks being played as well. Well, without, may the force be with you.